Estamos en Cisco Connect LatAm 2025 en Cancún y está con nosotros Mike Kraus. Él es Senior Solutions Engineering Director, quien nos va a platicar un poco sobre la inteligencia artificial. ¿Cómo estás, Mike? Mike, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm speaking Spanish, like, how are you? Like, okay. So, please tell us, Cisco has stated that it wants to create a more secure infrastructure for critical and AI era workloads with a cloud and hybrid perspective. So, what does this mean for companies in Latin America?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because our workloads, some of them are going to be on-prem, some of them are going to be in the cloud, some of them are going to be a mixture between them. And this provides a real challenge for so many customers because they don't know where their data is and where it's going and how it's being used. So I think one of the greatest opportunities, but also one of the greatest challenges is how do we secure that data wherever it is? And how do we secure what AI applications are being used? Which large language modules that are being used? Are they ones that are secure or insecure? And then how do we then make sure that they're being used properly so that you're not leaking intellectual property? So our AI defense solutions can be used to protect that infrastructure and that information from going to those AI applications on-prem or in the cloud.
Okay. And regarding data, companies are dealing with massive volumes of data every day. So what is the right approach to effectively manage this data at scale and prepare it to fit AI systems?
Yeah, when it comes to data, I think it's only going to continue to increase over time. And so through that, I think the answer is really about visibility. How do we understand what data is being used? Where is it being used? And so that visibility, that observability that we can get out of so many of our solutions, like including Splunk, is going to be so critical for our customers to understand. Is the data protected? Is it being used for good? Is it being monitored properly? Are your compute systems operating at peak performance? We need to make sure that your network is operating securely and effectively.
And how does Cisco strategy help organizations optimize their IT operations in the AI era?
It's a great question. I think in this case, there's a couple things that we need to do. First, we need to make networks simpler to operate. So we're focused very much on operational simplicity by bringing together all our different management platforms, all of our different assurance tools, having common APIs, and then providing that intelligence that we can get out of that system and having it fully integrated with hardware that is built for that AI era as well.
And how should companies think about securing and protecting their AI systems to ensure performance?
That's a great question as well. In this case, they should think about, of course, availability of the systems has to be paramount. So in this case, how do we make sure the network is up? How do we make sure it's protected? How do we prevent downtime? But then also we need to make sure how are we protecting against data leakage? Right? And this is where it comes back again to the data loss prevention capabilities that we can do even with AI through our AI defense system by looking at what are you inserting into your prompts. Are you inserting intellectual property? Are you inserting credit card information? Are you other information that could be used by someone else? And then how do you prevent that from being exposed outside of your environment?
So could you tell us also how Cisco integrated AI into its infrastructure solutions to deliver greater value to customers?
Yeah, I think in this case, when you're having hardware that's built for AI, a lot of that is built upon custom silicon to start with. We need to have hardware that is built for this AI era that gives performance and latency and power efficiency that cannot be attained without using custom silicon. And then following that, we need to have an operating system that's programmable and automated and has open APIs. And then at the end, we need to have management systems, again, that are easy to use. And then through that, now we've delivered upon a simpler to provide network for everybody to consume.
And the last question, could you tell us, can you give key messages for to the CIOs and IT leaders in Latin America and how to prepare their infrastructure for the AI era with Cisco?
Yeah, I think one of the things that is so important is that security is no longer an optional component. your network and your security infrastructure needs to work together hand in hand because security is not optional. Like, when was the last time you bought a car without a seatbelt?
Oof, no.
Right. This is the way we have to treat our networks too. Security needs to be a part of the way in which we're operating our network, and that is all the more true even with AI today.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for coming by. Nosotros seguimos aquí en Cisco Connect LatAm 2025 con toda la información para ustedes.